What's up, guys? Pyromaniac720 here, and I have for you today round 3 from the Nugget Bridge live tournament from February 22nd. Currently 1-1 in the tournament. Lost my first round, won my second round, and then I see I got paired up with PM649. I played him in the Nugget Bridge No Mega tournament last year, and he beat me in round, I think, 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure he's a really good player. I don't quite know though, because I think he's a West Coast player, and I think he does pretty well. I'm not sure though, to be honest with you. So we're getting right into the match. So I was playing like he was a good player because I've heard his name around, so I assume he's good. So I just lead Shift Tree 9 Tails like I did the first 2 games, and my opponent leads Hydreigon and Conkeldurr. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, who do I want to fake out? What do I want to do? I decided the Hydreigon's not really too much of a threat. And so I go for the fake out on the Conkeldurr, because Conkeldurr, of course, can spam high-powered drain punches. And I just go for the Heat Wave. And it's also nice to see that the Hydreigon isn't Scarf, because Scarf Hydreigon can be very annoying. So I just I hit the Conkeldurr here to knock it out, or put it in Heat Wave KO range. And as you see, my opponent decides to go for a Mach Punch, and he also doubles into Ninetales with Draco Meteor. So, kind of the theme of the day I've noticed was that opponents really don't like Ninetales, and they knock it out as fast as possible, which would make sense if it was a Weather Ward. My opponents, until later rounds, none of my opponents have a way to, or have another form of Weather on their team, so I thought it was weird that they were just going for the Ninetales. But I mean, a Choice Scarf, Heat Wave, and the Sun is pretty, even though Ninetales is only base 81, it's still pretty scary. So my opponent sends out Heatran, and of course I have my Shift Tree still on the field. And I'm feeling really good about my matchup right now. I switch out Shift Tree to switch in Terrakion to kind of, to give myself a serious amount of offensive pressure. I mean, I have like so much offensive pressure right now, as my opponent actually withdraws the Hydreigon and ends up switching in the Thundurus. So I do Mega Evolve. And I just go straight for the attack on the Hydreigon. I know it's not Scarf, so I know that I'm faster than it because I'm max speed base 100. Heatran actually protects, which I was a little surprised about because, I mean, maybe he expected I had Protect. I'm sorry, not Protect, Earthquake, but I don't. And Dragon Claw is able to do just over 50% to the Thundurus, which activates its Citrus Berry. And my opponent does withdraw the Heatran here. So I'm expecting a Thunder Wave onto Terrakion, because Terrakion is the huge threat right now to the Heatran in the back. Luckily though, I do run Lumberry, which is an awesome item for Terrakion because people constantly try to Thunder Wave and burn it. So I just go for a Rock Slide of my own here. And I bring the Thundurus down to low health, but not quite low enough. So next turn I just go straight for the Close Combat on Hydreigon, figuring there's really no harm in doing so. I'm sorry, on this turn, I'm sorry. This is the turn he Thunder Waved me. I'm sorry. So I go for the Close Combat on the Hydreigon, which I thought was the Terrakion slide. There's no risk for me close combating that spot, because either I KO Heatran because it just protected, or I KO the switch in. So I switch out Heatran here, because once I get rid of Thundurus, I pretty much have the match won. And I do protect Salamence here because I want to reset my fake out. So we see Thunder Wave come into the Shift Tree. Which wasn't one of my smarter ideas. I mean, I knew the Thunder Wave was going in that slot, so I probably should have just attacked. But then Heatran sets up the sub, and I was a little concerned about this because I mean, if I can't get Heatran, I have Shift Tree and Salamence on the field, and neither of them can really get Heatran from out behind sub reliably. So I need to get rid of the sub before Terrakion comes back on the field. So I use Rock Slide just in case Fake Out didn't KO the thing. Heatran goes for the Heat Wave. Luckily my Shift Tree is carrying a Focus Sash, so it is not KO'd. But it doesn't really matter now because I am slower than it, and so it's going to outspeed me next turn anyway. Hit me with the Heat Wave. All this means is that I get another turn to have Terrakion on the field. So I do double edge the Heatran. Honestly, I probably would have rather Shift Tree off the field at that point, because then I could have Terrakion in for free. But I do just double edge and break the sub. As Heatran sets up another sub, which is perfectly fine with me because now I can knock it off and break its sub again, which is awesome. So this Heatran can sub all day, but if I just keep breaking it, it's just going to kill itself eventually. I was really fortunate that Shiftry wasn't fully parried there. As I go for another Rock Slide, I don't want to keep taking recoil damage, and I do end up flinching the Heatran, which is nice. Then I get another knockoff off on it, which pretty much seals the match because now he can't sub because Leftovers is gone. So I just double edge and pick up the win. The flinch didn't matter, to be honest. Either Heatran sets up a sub and I just break it with knockoff, or he Heat Waves and I have Terrakion in for free to win the match. So good match there with PM649. So stay tuned for actually round 5. My round 4 opponent was Major Bowman, who I ended up defeating, but he wanted me to save the video until after his Florida Regionals this weekend, so you won't be seeing it if you're watching this, you know, before March 1st. But after March 1st, you should see round 4 up. So until next time, guys, bye.